We stand before one of the smallest churches. Kim. It's time to get in there. It's time to get in, right? If we have known it all, and now the only thing to do is...
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Let's open this.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Pull on the doors.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area, its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum.
Are they missing? What's
in
going
the
on?
heart of the city.
What? Can we make this a dancing ground now? Or what is going on there even? Locked in for a week. What has happened here? A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Walk here. We must not run. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. There is some kind of monitor here. Oh, what's this? You have to take it all in, Cam. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. It was added later, not part of the original church. Maybe the strange people added it. There's a rift here. An icy rift. Blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Two decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. And a computer. A portable Harmon Washi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Oh, we ran. No, we cannot run. Let's be careful. What's that? Is that traps? The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Have they all disappeared, or what has happened here? I want to know what's going on here. What was that? Before we take anything... Oh no, what's this? Mesk Banger's red brogue shoes and some money, I guess. What are these shoes? One to indirect modes of taxation. And what is these things? One, empathy. Yeah, we want to be more empathic. Let's try on these shoes. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white-on-white flower motif sewn on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. What happened here, though? Spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. We should use the flashlight. A cracked pane of glass. Colorful. We need a flashlight here. The rifts. The rifts are there. A computer. With these strange machines.
The The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Maybe it's the colder Mamadakwa.
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
It's yell.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
It's stomp.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Okay, what's
The
happening here?
lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Yeah, that could be it. Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though.
What do you think? What's
lieutenant
happening?
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity.
So
singing
it could
and
be
dancing
they would
on its
discourage,
premises.
but maybe it's something paranatural.
Please, detective, not this again.
He's trying to act dismissive, but at this particular moment, he's more open than usual to the idea of paranatural phenomena.
And what's in the bell tower?
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
What if I don't want to know what's up there?
The silence, the darkness, they've enveloped you as in a cocoon. You cannot move anymore.
What's happening?
Relax. It'll be okay.
What's there?
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
What is the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height. It's like you see your own face reflected back at you in a vanishing geometry. A strange, alien image that's supposed to be you.
What is there? Is there
There's
anything?
nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
It's the paranatural.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Blink.
You see
There's something
something
hanging.
hanging from the rafters,
It's the
looking
frogman.
straight at you with dark eyes.
It's the strange amphibious crabman.
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Hey there. Crabman.
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently.
What?
The crab man.
Yes, it's the crabman. Hey.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Who's there?
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use anymore.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
You don't know me. You don't know what it's like. There is something white pursuing me. White and very sad.
I was like you once, just dragging my feet to the next bottle. Shit was dark, Holmes.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
What? Kim? Now you? Oh, well, I mean, if you're saying that. Okay, Kim. For some reason I feel you'll have a point.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
So you must be the crab man. No, it's not an act. Spooker crab man. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Turning a church into a nightclub, I have to say it's a great idea. You should support it.
Absolutely, man. Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Huh. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you. Yeah, these strange plates.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
So there is another person living in the church, and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
Lieutenant seems to be thinking the same. He takes out his little notebook.
You mean like a fugitive?
He glances at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave, pulsing with light, then shakes his head.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
A machine mother.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does? Who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Hey, it's your neighbors who came up with his name.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
The crab flame.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Did you also carve all those sculptures, man?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
All right, let's consider the context and meaning here.
Okay, the context and meaning. The context. Promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. No, that's not what he wants to do. I see what you've done there. It's as if these figures are trying to become one with the church, or perhaps with the mother herself.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crabman and a woodcarver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So many people losing their memory. A certain portent of doom.
Nah, Ese, it's not like that. Best thing that could happen to you, losing your memory.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Yeah. He's the controller.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name is Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He ignores our hand. His limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it. For purposes of veneration. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who is this mother of silence?
Oh, that's no simple question, Ese. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
What will happen once you drink from the perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed.
So you're a flame.
Finally, at one with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
How did you even find this place?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you. To his very own self.
Faith is a kind of drug, you know.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
I think love might have been my drug of choice. And I think I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
I was being insensitive. Sorry. Let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the Mother's glory.
You should sing about the coming apocalypse. Warn the unseen.
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins.
Were these your shoes?
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
All right, cool, man. I had other
The
questions.
sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time, I understand. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Thanks, man. Thanks. But there's something here. Wait. What's this? Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. And he said yes to our suggestion to using this as a disco, so we could tell that to the youths outside. Which is good news for the youths and for us. We could create a follow-up to disco. What's with the computer? What's
A machine
this?
stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
Seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
Inspect the machine's framework. Careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
We must investigate it. Step behind.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
What's in the compartment?
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Fascinating. We will speak to her. We'll speak to her together. Soon, soon. This is like happy gaming, Kim. Have we lost ourselves? Or have we just entered a whole new world?